Hey folks, welcome back to the Portable Gamer. Welcome back to Farming Simulator 19. Welcome back to Provence. So, let's get started. Oh, and before I forget, because I keep forgetting this, if you want to check us out on Discord, the link is in the description below. Yeah. It's weird being a YouTuber. You get to say things like that. I never thought I would be saying things like that. Right. I got the gator. I don't know why. I want to have some fun with this map. I feel like I don't have enough fun with this game. You know what I mean? I feel like I try to play it too seriously. So, yeah. What's going on? Well, I got these two pieces of kit here. I got the Samson slurry spreader and I got the Samson hard manure spreader. And I put the manure sell point, well, I guess it's the buy point. I put the manure buy point and the slurry trading system. I put those over by the animal dealer. As I do, that's where I tend to locate those things, just in fairness. And I went ahead and spread manure and slurry on all the fields. Want to hear a funny story? Well, I'm going to tell it to you anyway. I just recorded about a 40-minute video of me spreading slurry and then later spreading hard manure on fields. And I was sort of disappointed, baffled perhaps, confused as to why the frame rate was really tanking on this map, because it's been pretty good for the most part. It's been pretty good, and yet it was not good. I thought maybe we were hitting a hot spot, a bunch of polys. You know how that happens. And then I look over and I realize that my laptop is unplugged. I unplug my laptop at night so the battery isn't, because you know everything's smart batteries now, so they're constantly like cycling, and it used to just be your battery would charge until it was full and then it would stop, and now it's, you know, doing all that maintenance and everything. And I try to minimize wear on the battery, because batteries aren't replaceable in laptops like they used to be. They're still replaceable, but you have to like take it apart to do it. It's not like the old days where you just pop it out, get a new one, throw it in there. So I unplugged my battery at night, and I started recording early this morning before I had my coffee. Well, I was having my coffee as I was recording, but I was not. How do we want to get there? Let's go to this one first. I was having my coffee as I was recording, and apparently I had not had enough of it yet because I hadn't plugged my laptop in. So I looked over and saw that. I plugged it in, and of course, because our graphics card goes into a power save mode when it's on battery, it caps the frame rate at 30. So I plugged the laptop in, and the frame rate jumps up in the 50s. Now we're at 60. So I'm an idiot. I recorded an entire episode at less than 30 FPS. Oh, it's just so dumb. I don't understand sometimes. I don't understand it. They let me drive a car. I get to vote. It's ridiculous. But bottom line, I recorded that entire video. It was not my finest hour, I have to say. Not just the forgetting to plug the laptop in, but the video itself, maybe not my best work, I must admit. So I'm going to go ahead and do another one. But you know what's funny? You know what's really funny? Oh, there goes my voice. You know what's really funny is I love playing Farm Sim, and I love making these videos. So it's like you record a video, and then it doesn't work, and you find out you got to record another one. You know what? I'll just record another one. Ain't no thing to me. I love it. I love hanging out with all of you and making farm videos. It's great. So what do I think of this map? I like it. I really do. I like it. Our gear is way too big, and we're not really playing realistically, but I think that's okay. I think that's okay sometimes. I know for me personally, I forget that this is a video game, you know? It's a video game. Just have some fun with it. It's not a big deal. And I really do. I know I've said this before in other videos. I hope I'm not like overstating it, but I really do struggle with the economic modeling in this sim and how to make money. I don't know. I know if you're willing to play the game long enough, like per map, if you're willing to play the game long enough per map, I don't think it would be difficult to make money. We got that. Let's line that up a little better. I feel like we're not quite close enough to the edge of the field. In fact, this is kind of a square field. I wonder if we could put this on a worker. A simple worker. Right, so we got that. Does it give us the option? It does. And we have normal AI already turned on. We've got, other than one tree down at the far end of the field, I think this might work. Okay, here we go. We're in the right gear. We have that, we have that. Here we go. Right. Now, the reason I'm doing this, and here's a question for real farmers. I have spread slurry on this field. Actually, I've spread slurry, and then I've spread just a little bit of hard manure because I wanted to get the rest of it out of the spreader. So you can see we've got both on this field. Like right over here, this is just liquid slurry. And then you come back here, and this is hard manure. It shows as two types. Like we've got, you see what I mean? This is where I just threw the last of my hard manure on here, the dark blue. And then the light blue is where it just got the liquid slurry. So, a question that I have, we have a planter, we have a seeder. Those are different. I know. I don't understand exactly how, but I know they're different. We have a seeder, we have a planter. And they're both direct. But we have manure on the fields. Would you ever run that type of equipment over manure, or would you get it cultivated in first? And I don't, I mean, I guess it's all just agricultural equipment, but drills and planters seem more high-tech than something like a plow. So I don't know, frankly, I don't know if you'd want poo all over them, but then again, it's like, it's just agricultural equipment. You just hose it down when you're done. Who cares? Who cares? So I don't know. But I'm going to go ahead and cultivate this in just because it seems like the right thing to do. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. And while that is doing that, I guess we can get one of our planters going. Okay, cool. So we are going to run as if we are being chased by the devil himself. We are going to run back to the farm and get something else going, and then we'll come back to this field and see what kind of progress we've made. I don't know how close our worker is going to go to the end of the field. I know with course play you can get it to go right up to the very edges, but sometimes a worker will leave a little gap. That's okay. We can cut that in manually when we get back there. Oh, look at this frame rate. So much better when the laptop is plugged in. God, I am an idiot. Oh, man. Unfortunately, none of this matters. I mean, it does matter. I want to make you good videos, but you know what I'm saying. It's not like, you know what I mean? It's not like we left a scalpel in somebody after surgery. Right. This is what we got. This is a planter, and this is a seeder. It's possible I got that backwards. Let's take a look. So these are seeders, and this is for cereal crops. So this is the base game, and that's 9 meter. And then the one that we got is this one, which is 12 meters. Too big for this map. I know it. I know it is. Okay, so this is a seeder, and this is a planter. Got it. Okay. And then as far as horsepower, this is 320. This is 220, and I got a 7 series that is 305. Okay. So our 7 series can pull the planter, but not the seeder. Okay. I'll try to be realistic. I really am. And you know what's funny is I say I'm trying to be realistic, but then I have equipment on the farm that is completely unrealistic. I don't know, man. I don't know. I'll just run it by fake farm. Now, we don't have enough money for animals. And I do not want to end up with another €1 million loan like we did on Coldborough Park, which I still have. I have not uninstalled FS19, and I still have that save game. So we could go back to Coldborough Park if we wanted to. If we wanted to. This thing is all loaded up. Plenty of fert. Plenty of soybeans. And I'm going to make a big turn here, down and around. So we still have Coldborough Park. We could go back and farm Coldborough Park if we wanted to. I left both Coldborough Park, Enunciate. I left both Coldborough Park and Dolmus Laskowitz at the end of a season. So if we started either one of those maps, we would basically be starting on the next first day of spring. So we're good to go there. I don't know if Coldborough Park is ever going to be ported over to 19. And I have to say, the game has been out for 6 months. I have to say have really not been, like this, I really like this map. It's got good detail. It speaks to me, you know what I'm saying? But it has not pulled me in the same way. Oh dear. What's going on down here? It has not pulled me in the same way that something like Coldborough Park or Oakfield that's the problem. Here's your problem. Or Selby Farms. Selby Farms Estates, Selby Estates Farms. Whichever it is. That map really pulled me in. We're going to get this sorted out. Totes sweet. You would think, as long as I've been causing trouble in this neighborhood, you would think by now the locals would know me. But no. All right. Let me get this sorted out. I know, I'm in the middle of a thought. I didn't forget about you. And this is not... okay. We'll do it the right way. And I say that, it sounds like I'm being an ass when I say that. Like, oh, we'll do it the right way. No, I don't mean it like that. That's me more or less like being grumpy with myself. Because irregularly shaped fields, I really do almost struggle with, like, what's the technique here? What's the right way to do this? Right. So we're squared off. Back to work. Off they go. Beautiful. So yeah, Selby Farms Estates really grabbed me and pulled me in, And these maps are good. I'm certainly not complaining, but even Marwell Manor, which was Oxygen David, I want to say. I hate to get the names wrong because I know map makers put a ton of work into these. Even Marwell Manor, made by a map maker that has made FS19 maps that really did it for me, FS19, just not the same. And I wonder if that's like the inherent limitations of the game, of the platform. No, we're not lowered. But we're making a ton of dust. That's no good. Right. So, we get this lined up. Just so. We're going to open our smart worker here. We're going to make our worker dumb. But I always click this anyway, even though I think I don't have to. Like, this doesn't matter when you're on AI, this matters. When you're on normal, dumb, this does not matter. But I click it anyway, just out of habit. Right. Fertilizer, soybeans, hubs are locked in, tractor is pointed in the right direction, and go. Off they go. Beautiful. So I don't know if there's something different about 19 that is making it, traffic, that is making it harder for map makers to make compelling maps. All right. Okay. Yes, I know. Go ahead. Is that an Audi? Well, that explains it. I'm kidding. Audi drivers are very nice people for the most part. Jesus. Okay. Better get a move on, sir. And or ma'am, the cement truck, of which there are thousands on these maps. Cement truck is not happy. Where is, I can hear it, there it is. So I don't know if there's something different and the map makers are limited or restricted or somehow having a harder time making maps for 19. I know that the maps seem flatter. I mean, this map has some elevation change to it, but I feel like FS17 maps were really... what's going on over here? Is this... Okay, so he went all the way down, and then he's backing up. Okay. All right. Moment. What do we got going on here? Something seems wrong. Yeah, he didn't quite go to the end. That's okay. We'll sort that out. We'll sort that out. But now I'm going to have traffic problems. No, everything... Whew. This field, man, it's keeping me busy, and I've just tried to talk about Farm Sim. So, now what's going on? Okay. Right. This map has some elevation change, but I feel like there were more elevation changes in maps in FS17. And again, I don't know if FS19 is different. I don't have any information on that at the moment, but it seems like maps are just not as, like, they don't have the same warmth, I guess is a word I would use. They don't have the same character, maybe, as FS17. They just seem more like a video game and less like less immersive. Yeah, I don't know. I could just be imagining that. Hard to say. I'll do this last row manually because it's so small. Hop right in there. Yeah, I'll have to trim those end bits in manually. Not a big deal. Why is it looking like it's missing all that in the middle? Huh. Go around here. And then right around here. Concentrating. That's why I got so quiet. So yeah, I don't know. Oh, Jesus. Okay. Workers taking the long way around. Holy smokes. Don't. Oh. All right. Went right through that tree. Interesting. I will go, I guess I could check right now. Well, not really. I'm curious if that tree doesn't have collision on it, or if collision is suspended on the tool, on the implement, and perhaps on the tractor itself when you're on a worker, in the same way that workers don't cause crop destruction. I don't think we can fit across that bridge. Okay. We will go around the long way. There we go. So, yeah, I mean, okay. He figures it out. Good for you. So I don't have a problem with these maps. There's nothing like this Provence map that we're on right now. Problem with this map. I like this map. This map works for me. But it still is not pulling me in the way that the best maps have. And I would never want to call out a map maker. Oh, you're not as good as this person. You're not as good as so-and-so. You don't make maps like, nobody wants to deal with that. And in a way, that's not fair, in the same way that, I like a lot of different kinds of music. I like, acoustic, indie, sort of college station kind of music. And I like, big, overproduced, bombastic, Los Angeles progressive rock. There's two completely different genres. And to come at a performer from one and say, well, you can't do this as well as this other band, it's like, well, yeah, I'm not trying to. That's not my jam. That's literally not my jam. I don't do that. So for me to come at a map maker and say, your map is not like this map. Well, no, of course it's not. It's not supposed to be. I make my own kind of map. And I like that sort of creative independence. Try not to clip the sign. Made it. I like that in an artist, in a creative person. Yeah, I'm not trying to do it like that person or that person. I'm trying to do it my way. Good on you. So for me to say that a map like this, is not as immersive or it doesn't pull me in the way a small British map does, well, it's not a small British map, right? So having said that, FS19 does seem different. And of course it's different. It's a new iteration of the franchise. But at the same time, I'm trying to be positive. I'm trying to be positive. At the same time, as it is not different, is it missing something? Is it lacking in some way? I don't know. I don't know. For me, the main thing is it's running. It's functioning. And I think the game crashes that I had and losing save games and that sort of thing, that to me is like deal breaker beyond deal breaker, because I can't even play the game again with the Audi. I can't. Jeez. People. Good people. There's no need for fighting. You. What's up? What are you doing, buddy? You just gotta go. There you go. Roll out. I'm gonna get over here and get in the 7, and we're gonna call it. This has been an odd episode. I will be the first person to admit this has been an odd episode. But yeah, the main thing is the game has to stay running long enough for me to decide whether I like it or don't like it. And I think since the 1.3 patch, the game is at least running. So once it starts running and keeps running, now we can make decisions about how we feel about it. Right. You want to trim this little last bit in? Yeah, let's. Should we? Would you? If you were a real farmer, would you do this last little bit right here? Try to stay off the field. Yeah. Well, because if I do that, I'm going to have to drive on the field, and I really hate driving on fields. Let me see how much of it we got. I'm going to leave it. Yeah, I'm going to leave it. I feel like that is enough. And I would rather have those little end bits that got missed than to drive on a field that's been planted. I hate doing that. I really do. I know sometimes you have to do that in real life, and I know the tires are designed very specifically to minimize damage and so forth. But it just seems, I don't know, it just seems wrong. It just seems wrong. All right, we're going to pull right out here. Yeah. And I think this thing we could probably get across that bridge because it's barely wider than this 7 Series. Yeah, I think we'll be okay. Right, so we're going to put soybeans in the rest of these fields. I actually planted all these fields with soybeans once already and harvested them. We got about, I want to say 50,000 liters for all the fields put together, which was a little disappointing. I thought we would get more, but we didn't. And you know what? I wonder if I can put this right in here. I got to make a thumbnail. So what I'm trying to do is make enough money to buy some animals, to buy some other fields and buy some animals. So, yeah, it's not a very good thumbnail. Not a lot of action. Whatever. We'll think about it. Folks, thanks for stopping back to check out The Portable Gamer. Thanks for joining us for another episode of Farming Simulator 19. This is Provence. We'll see you next time. Take care now.